Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's day 16 of our 40 days of sacred clearing for women over 40. Yeah. So, I am your gracious host, Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz, and I am here today basking in the beautiful energy that is still around us of the full moon. So, at the time of this recording, it is full moon in Scorpio and Taurus. I think there's like two things going on at once. Um, and I just basically last night had a wonderful full moon circle, um, sister circle that was beautiful that I was a part of. I didn't host it, it was hosted by my coach. And what I wanted to talk about is the fact that this full moon is basically calling us to release some things. And we tend to carry a lot of energy, a lot of negative things that either we're carrying it on an ancestral level. It could be things that are like familial issues that are going on right now or that have been in the past that you're still carrying. Um, it could be all kinds of things. So, what I'm inviting you to do today is to let go, to release. Yes, release it into the atmosphere and let it fly away from you because you don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore. What you have right now is an amazing, wonderful, abundant calling on your life. Yes, you have a divine assignment given to you by God. And now is the time for you to start to release so that you can make space for all things new, including the instructions on your divine assignment. How wonderful is that? Yes. So, on this, as we're continuing in the energy of the full moon, I want you to start releasing things. And I'm actually going to take a page from my coach's book because I believe it's a beautiful thing for you to do. And I want you to start thinking about what do you need to release? What do you need to let go? What's been holding you back? Yeah. What's been keeping you from living your life on your own terms or living your best life? What's been holding you hostage to where you can't sleep at night? Your sleep is interrupted. Your eating habits have changed. Um, what is it that you have been like a pattern of things that you're doing of self-sabotage that you need to let go of? Some of the things that I'm letting go of is the fact that I'm an emotional eater and I want to let that go. So I release that. Yes. The fact that I overthink things, and I can be a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to, my life. And I don't really need to be, but I am. So I release that. So I want to know, what do you need to release? So I want you to make a list of things that you need to release. And once you've made that list, I don't want you to keep it. I want you to either, if you have the ability to go somewhere and burn it safely. I know I have a friend who is a firefighter and he would probably be like, Allison, please tell them to be safe. So for my friend back home who is a firefighter, I'm telling you to be safe with it. Excuse me. If you're not able to burn it, then my suggestion would be take the piece of paper. It could be any piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a special piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a page from your journal, because I don't recommend ever people, ripping pages out of their journals. Excuse me, y'all. My sinuses are still getting to me. But find like a scratch piece of paper and just write. Just write it on there. Write out the things that you need to release, the things that are holding you back, the things that are habitual that you keep doing to yourself, that you keep allowing to be done, the things that you keep accepting, that you know aren't good for you, the toxic relationships that you know you need to let go of, the people pleasing, the overeating, the emotional eating, or not eating correctly, or not drinking enough water, or releasing grudges that you have against people that you get mad at 20 years ago and you still mad. It's time to release it. So, yes, I want you to write that out. Once you've written out what you're releasing, then I want you to, like I said, if you have somewhere safe that you can burn it, go and burn it, and take the ashes and scatter them somewhere and kind of throw them and release them into the air. Or you can rip up the paper. Once you've ripped it up, step on it. Step on it, squash it, and say, I'm releasing and letting this go. It's under my feet. It's no longer a problem, right? And it's symbolic that it's no longer a problem. And then once you've stepped on it, throw it away. Throw it away. Don't litter. Don't litter. Don't litter. Throw it in the trash. Please and thank you. So that's what I am challenging you to do. Now, I remembered years ago, I was the church I was a member of at that time. We had a women's conference, and one of the speakers gave us a copy of this poem about letting go. Basically, I have never been able to find who the writer is of this, so I don't have anyone that I can give credit to. But I'm just gonna state I did not write this. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. And I want you to just listen to the words and see if any of this resonates with you, okay? It's called Let Go. To let go does not mean to stop caring. It means I can't do it for someone else. To let go is not to cut myself off. It's the realization that I can't control another. To let go is not to enable, but to allow learning from natural consequences. Excuse me. To let go is to admit powerlessness, which means the outcome is not in my hands. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It's to make the most of myself. To let go is not to care for, but to care about. To let go is not to judge, but to allow another to be a human being. To let go is not to be in the middle arranging all the outcomes, but to allow others to affect their own destinies. To let go is not to be protective. It's to permit another to face reality. To let go is not to deny, but to accept. To let go is not to nag, scold, or argue, but instead to search out my own shortcomings and correct them. To let go is not to adjust everything to my desires, but to take each day as it comes and cherish myself in it. To let go is not to criticize or regulate anybody, but to try to become what I dream I can be. To let go is not to regret the past, but to grow and live for the future. To let go is to fear less and love more. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? On this full moon, what is it? We all are holding on to things that don't serve us anymore. And the only way for us to make space for all things new, the only way for us to truly be able to tap into our purpose, the only way for us to get clear on our vision for ourselves, the only way that we can truly welcome in all of the love, the abundance of health, wealth, and any and everything else that we are asking God to bless us with. The only way to make space for that is to let go of things that no longer serve you. So that is your assignment, to write out, what are you letting go? What are you releasing so that you can make space for all things new? Thank you so much for joining me. Drop me a comment below. Let me know, what are you releasing? I want to know, so we can sit and be in prayer together about that. So we can, in a sense, touch and agree for your releasing of that, so I can be there with you in the releasing process. So drop me a comment, share this on your timeline with others. And I just thank you. I thank you for taking the time to listen. I thank you for allowing me to be the vessel to speak to you. And I'm so grateful that God has put me in this position to be able to speak to you. So I thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. Have a good one. Bye for now.